What's up, everyone? Week 9 DraftKings value plays. Last week the running backs did all right again. So this week I'm trying to say 5,000 below, but man, DraftKings made a lot of price adjustments. So work with me here. And like I said, it's a PPR league and you don't use all these guys and you got to be in it to win it. Follow the card link in the description below. Click on that, use that so we can get some love too. You sign up. We're going to give you some winners here. All right, starting off with the running backs as always, Jay Ajayi. He ain't 5,000, he's 6,000, but 6,000 is still a steal. For a guy that I have in my season-long leagues inside the top 7, I believe, 6,000 is a deal. I know it's the Jets, but he's had over 30 points the last 2 games. Huge amount of carry totals, huge amount of yards. And he looks really good doing it. I think he's the type of guy in season-long leagues that can help you win championships from here on out. So 6,000 is his price this week. That is steadily going to climb is my guess. All right, next one, I'm going to be highlighting the Saints situation. So these are not, you do not start both of these. Pick one or the other, couple leagues, let's see what happens. The first one's Hightower. He's only $4,000. I actually like him a little bit more than Ingram this week. Playing the 49ers, they're terrible against the run. Ingram had that fumble and they took him out. There's got to be more to that for them taking out Ingram. But on the flip side of that, it's the 49ers' terrible run defense. If Ingram gets the start and all the carries, he's 4,800. So I like both of them, but I'm not going to play both of them in any of my lineups. I'm going to have some Ingram, some Hightower as a discount, and just see what happens there. I'm going to give you a bonus running back because I was a little cheap. So I'm going to go Riddick, and I know they're playing my boys. They're playing the Vikings. They're playing the defense I absolutely love. But Riddick on the Detroit Lions, 4,900. It is a PPR league in DraftKings, and Riddick's going to catch 8 to 10 balls. That just makes him a solid play at 4,900. I'm feeling good about him being in a lot of my lineups, even though the matchup is terrifying. All right, let's talk about those wide receivers, and let's keep with Minnesota, keep with Diggs. Stephon Diggs came back, and I know he'd been a little banged up, but man, he came back in a big way last week. And even though Bradford looked awful, he gave him 13 targets. I love me some targets. If you watch Nameco, if you watch Smack Talk, you know I love targets. Diggs led, coming in, got banged up, targets fell out. He's healthy. Targets are there again. 5,900 again. He's over my $5,000 threshold, but against Detroit, who I don't like, target's going to be there. I'm a big fan of him. So since I went really high, or higher than I normally do, I'm digging low for this one. I'm going Hill. He's on Kansas City. He's $3,500 playing Jacksonville. He looked really good last week, and he looked even better when Alex Smith was out and Foles was at the helm. Sometimes those backup receivers, whenever they both get a chance, they're comfortable with each other. They already have chemistry, so they get a lot more usage. So I think you could get a decent amount of usage, and $3,400 is so cheap for receiver. You plug him in, Riddick, and Ajayi, the rest of your lineup can be sick. All right, quarterbacks, again, a little bit tougher. Going Kaepernick, 5,600, playing the Saints. Everyone scores well on the Saints. And while Kaepernick doesn't have this super crazy Tom Brady high potential, his legs gives him a good amount of value. So I do like him. Don't love him, but do like him. I'm probably paying up for quarterbacks this week. Tight ends, might be paying up for them, but if I'm going with the cheaper version, I'm going Fleener, 3,400, staying with that Saints-San Francisco game. I think there's going to be a lot of points, not a lot of defense, so Fleener could find the end zone. Last but not least, defenses. Carolina, 3,400, playing the Rams. The Rams give up basically the most points to defense in the way the DraftKings has defenses going, just because they don't score a ton of points, but even when they are scoring, they give up sacks, they have turnovers, they can't get the pick sixes against them. So I like Carolina for that as well. Defense is real tough this week. So like I said, mix and match. You're not using all these guys. Get some studs, have a couple of them that you really like. Maybe you really like Riddick, you really like Diggs, you really like Kaepernick. Have them in a couple lineups and use studs the rest of the way. Some will hit, some won't. And again, stay away from the $1 million prize pools. Those are really hard to hit. We're talking 50-50s, we're talking multipliers. Good luck this week.